to the channel. For today's video, I will be sharing with you my June favorites. I've got a little bit of skincare, but there's also one or two of other things that I have been using in June and I've been loving. So let's get to it. Let's start with the REP. Ready? Ta-da! So this is the REP Gentle Face Cleaning Remover Pad. So technically it's a makeup remover pad. So it's a pre-soaked pads. So it comes in like individual pads that have been soaked in like sort of like toner, like essence. So the pad looks like that. I have been very intrigued with REP because I know that REP is Neogen's sister brand. So I have been intrigued to try it, and I have been using this all throughout June, ever since I got it at the end of May. And this has been definitely a really convenient and easy go-to makeup remover. What I love about this is, unlike other makeup remover wipes, these are not drying. It doesn't feel like it's stripping your skin of its natural oil. It feels really gentle, and it's very effective in removing your makeup, especially point makeup like eyebrows, mascara. That's super effective to do that, which is I'm very happy about. Another thing that I really like about these makeup remover pads is the scent. It has a very light, fresh scent, which is very invigorating when you, after a long day from work, you just want to like relax. And I think the scent of this like remover pad is so like refreshing, so I really like that. It has rose and jojoba, which are definitely function as your hydrator, as the nourisher, but it also has tea tree and rosemary, which are both very much about calming your skin and really antibacterial, really like taking everything that's on your skin that has been on your skin throughout the day and removing it effectively. So I definitely love this one. This is something that I would consider to repurchase, especially when I now I am back at work. I have to put makeup on daily, so it's important for me to remove my makeup of properly. And this has been like one of the biggest, like, I don't know, like most positive contribution, additional makeup remover in my skincare routine. So this one. And the next one is, I guess the next one shouldn't, I don't know, if you watch my videos, it shouldn't come as a surprise because it's the Then I Met You living cleansing balm. So these I'll show you. I'm very sad because I can see the bottom already, so I haven't got a long way to go, but I have just been using this as my first cleanse in terms of oil-based cleanser for the whole month, even for the whole May as well. This is definitely a step above a lot of other cleansing balm that I have tried. So far I've tried the Vanilla Co, the Heimish All Clean Balm, and as well as there's one from Loccitane, the Divine Cleansing Balm. This has definitely toppled all that and has become my ultimate favorite cleansing balm. I love the rich texture. I love the scent. It is so easy to apply. It like really just smooth around your face so easily, and it emulsify really beautifully. And when it comes off, it doesn't leave any oily feeling on the skin, but it also doesn't leave any like dryness or any feeling of like it's being like quite stripping for the skin. It doesn't have that at all. It's very effective. I just found this to be such a good cleansing balm. I would definitely repurchase this. I do have ready to go a DHC cleansing oil, which I'll use that, and after that I will definitely go back to Then I Met You living cleansing balm, because this has got to be the best cleansing balm I've ever used. So there we go. The next one is actually a kind of like a, maybe it's something that I've talked about before. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before, but it's the Crave Beauty Great Barrier Relief. I have gone, so this month a lot of the restrictions are eased a little bit here in Melbourne, and we're able to, the beauty place have started to open, so I was able to see my esthetician for like a proper deep cleanse sort of peel treatment. And I thought, because I haven't gone in like almost 2-3 months, I thought that my skin would kind of like peel, like shed a lot, but as soon as I went to my esthetician, I start putting the Great Barrier Relief as my nighttime serum, in order to hopefully speed up the recovery. And because it is a skin barrier repairing serum, and it has done just that. I have not peel, I have not shed, but my skin have just feel really like smooth, very comforted. There was a little redness after the treatment, and these sort of literally subsides that within like overnight, like in one night. And I think this is definitely a serum that I could not go without. This is definitely a serum that would always be in my skincare routine from now on. It is such a it's definitely a thicker serum than a lot of what I guess if people imagine serum meant to be sort of like this lighter formulation. This is definitely a little bit thicker, but in terms of effectiveness to repair your skin barrier, this has gone above and beyond what I expected a serum to do. I also have experienced a little bit of a breakout around the chin area. That's normally due to hormonal reasons, so I've been just applying this on my skin at nighttime, and within 2 nights the redness has gone, and any bumps has sort of like reduces as well. So I definitely, this is the one that has been in the routine, and have to thank the Great Barrier Relief for definitely keeping my skin healthier and definitely stronger as well. So these ones are a really good one. The next one that I've got is actually these, which is the Dr. Suracle Royal Vita Propolis 33 ampule. When I purchased this, I wanted to add a propolis element to my skincare routine, which I never have before. The reason is because I know with honey it has a very protective properties for the skin, and it helps to also protect your skin from any free radicals. My logic was, when I purchased it, I've been at home for almost 2-3 months, and my skin hasn't been exposed to much free radicals or even like anything on the outside, and I thought once I go back to normal, like to working full-time, what's gonna happen to my skin? Because it is, first of all, it's winter, it's quite dry here in Melbourne in winter time, and we do get really strong winds that my skin just have to like fight against. So I thought I'm just gonna add a propolis element to my skincare routine, and this has been such a good help. So what I've been doing is I've been adding 1 or 2 drops depending on how my skin is feeling into my night cream, and I've just been like putting it on like as if it's my overnight mask. And I guarantee you, like, this has been the only thing that I've added on to my skincare routine throughout this winter. And my skin, when I wake up in the morning, I don't get as much oil, like, because I'm quite oily, and normally after, like, you know, overnight when I wake up, I used to get quite oily, especially around the T-zone. But ever since I've added this into my cream, my skin's been more balanced, and I don't feel any tightness or anything around the cheek area either. So especially like even if I'm going out and with, like, you know, my skin's fighting against the strong wind and etc. that's been going on in terms of the weather, I do think that this has been a tremendous help for my skin. What I'm most surprised about this is that it's this ampoule. Because it's honey, you think like honey is very thick, and like it would give you like that extra layer, or like it will stay on the top of your skin. But this one is nothing like that. The texture is absolutely amazing. It absorbs really quickly onto the skin, and it's just like, it's just so good in terms of like for, I guess, for oily skin like me, I don't feel that I am wearing like an extra layer on top. So I just feel like it just sinks right in, and it feels like I'm not wearing anything. So it's really good. I really enjoy it. So this is something that I would definitely consider to keep in my skincare routine for a very long time. I would definitely consider this for like my winter essential. So beanie, they're small but mighty. The next one, it's still a skincare. Actually, this is my last face care products. It's the Ultraviolet Supreme Screen Hydrating Facial Sunscreen SPF 50 Plus with UVA and UVB broad spectrum as well. Now, I fell in love with Ultraviolet ever since I first tried their Queen Screen, which is a lot more like a watery texture, so it's a lot more like an essence. But I feel like that's like suitable for the more sort of hotter weather, like the summer months. But coming into winter, I found myself to be grabbing more of the Supreme Screen because the texture is a little bit heavier. And what I also love, it has that slight tint that when you put it on, it just gives your skin this very natural glow as well, which I absolutely love. I think because we haven't gone anywhere, my skin has been really good. Apart from like a very like minimal breakouts on the chin area, my overall skin looks, complexion wise, has looked like really good. So I haven't been putting much foundation. I haven't been putting anything but a concealer to cover some pigmentation or some spots, because I've just been loving using this as like my base makeup. And the only issue I have with this is definitely the size. I just wish that so their direction from Ultraviolet themselves, you need about 4 to 5 pumps of this to make it SPF 50 plus. So I feel like with that many pumps and I have to use it daily, this definitely takes a toll on how fast this go. This is definitely a repurchase for me for sure, but the only thing I wish that they do come in a larger container. This is just 50 ml, but I hope that they come with like 100 ml or something, because that will be amazing, because I love this so much. So if you're after something that is more like a little bit like a tinted sunscreen that gives you that natural glow, this is definitely the one to go. I just love this, and they're like originally from Melbourne, so yay, big support for the home brand. The next 3 items that I have is a bit of my miscellaneous item. The first one is actually the Too Faced Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Powder. As I said before, I've been loving using the Ultraviolet just as my like sort of foundation. So I've been setting my T-zone so it's not as oily using this mattifying loose powder. First of all, I love the scent of this because it smells like peach and fig, I believe. Yeah, fig cream and peach, so it smells so good. I'm obsessed with anything that smells like peach, even the color peach I just love. So this has been so good because when I clean up my beauty drawer, I rediscovered this because I forgot about this, because they were like, my beauty drawer was so messy, it's like at the bottom of everything. But when I tidy it up, finally this comes back to my life, and I am so happy about that. It is a mattifying powder, so for me to set my T-zone, to make sure that I don't like sort of go super shiny towards the end of the day, this has been a tremendous help. So yeah, I really like this one. So the next one is one for the hair. I just want to share how I have been loving this one. So this is the Bumble and Bumble. This is the hairdresser's invisible oil, the heat and UV protective primer. I have been literally only using this every morning. Okay, I know you're not supposed to wash your hair every day, but I do, and every time I shampoo my hair, I always dry them. So it's important to protect your hair as much as nourish it, and use like a really good like mask or treatment, but to protect it from like heat from the blow dryer as well as like the UV. So I have just been using this throughout the whole month of June and have been loving it. First of all, the reason why I like it, it's a spray on, so it's so convenient. You don't have to like, you know, put it on your hand and put it on the hair, wash your hand, because in the morning I just want it to be super quick and go. And this, because it's just spray on, it is so convenient and so fast. I do love that has a bit of a scent to it, which I don't mind. It's actually really nice and fresh, and once you blow dry your hair, you don't really smell the scent anymore anyway, so it doesn't give me like a headache, because sometimes some heat protectant spray have a very strong scent and then it just gives me a headache for the rest of the day. So this one has been really good. Because I've been using it every day, I'm kind of almost like a little bit more than halfway through it, so this is definitely a repurchase for me, because I just love how convenient this is. So definitely, if you guys are looking for not only heat protectant or even UV protectant, and if you do wash and dry your hair every day with the blow dryer, this is definitely a good one to have. And the last but not least, I want to share with you about the Loccitane, can you see? The Loccitane Crunchy Muesli Scrub. So this is one of their latest launch. It's basically a scrub, and what the recommendation is to mix this with their Loccitane almond shower oil, which I already use every day, and I love the almond range from Loccitane so much. So I was very excited when they launched this. So basically what you do is you just apply, so you just put some on, like, I'll just put it on my hand and pump a few of the almond shower oil, mix it together, and then just scrub it on dry skin. I do think if you want it to be a little bit less friction, like a little bit more gentle, you can spread it on like a damp skin, so the shower oil will help to emulsify some of the ingredients, some of the exfoliator. But this is, if you're familiar with there are other scrubs from the almond range, so for example like the almond delicious paste or the almond shower scrub, this is definitely a lot more coarser, so these definitely a lot more stronger exfoliation compared to the two that they have already. I like that, especially during winter time where your skin gets really dry quite quickly because of the weather. I do love the fact that this is a lot more coarser. I really love the scent of almond. I think it's a brilliant idea to able to like sort of mix this with the shower oil, because as an avid like almond lover of L'Occitane products, I already have the almond shower oil at home anyway. The only negative for me is the fact that it comes in this is an environmentally friendly packaging, which is I'm all for, but there's no like scoop or like a spatula, so you don't really know how much you're meant to use. So I just kind of like pour it out, and then you end up with like either pouring too much or maybe not enough. That's my only concern. Like I feel like I wish that they come up with either like more of a like a scoop, or even like if they put it in like a glass jar or something, that would be a little bit better. It's a little bit more easy to work with, and yeah. But apart from that, I really do like this body scrub. I feel like it gives you a really good proper exfoliation, and your skin just feels so smooth afterwards. And especially around like my legs, where usually your legs get super dry, especially if you forgot to put your like lotion, which I always do like most of the time. I found that you get a proper exfoliation there, and it doesn't give you that like that, I don't know, it's like that scaly looking on your legs. I don't know how to describe that, but there's no dryness, and I've been really enjoying using this. So this is definitely a very interesting product to add to your body care if you don't have any exfoliation and you happen to already use the L'Occitane almond shower oil. If you never used L'Occitane product before, I probably wouldn't recommend this as the first thing that you try, because on its own, if you don't have the shower oil, it's actually really coarse on the skin. So I probably wouldn't recommend that to try on your bare skin without any like oil or anything to go with it. But yeah, but aside from that, this is definitely a good exfoliator to have. But if you want to start with like a gentler exfoliator from L'Occitane, I would actually recommend the Almond Delicious paste. It's a cream base and it has a little bit of like almond shells in it, so that's the exfoliating tool, so that helps to exfoliate, but ever so gently. It has brown sugar as well in there, so it's very gentle the way it exfoliates compared to this. This is a lot harsher, so if you have a more sensitive skin, I would probably go with the Delicious paste. But if you have like a normal skin and you want something that's a little bit more coarser, this is definitely a good one to have. So that's all that I have. That's all my favorite for the month of June. Share with me, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys have been loving for the month of June, because you know, just want to know. I always am very curious about like skincare and beauty products. So if you have any good ones that you love, make sure you do share in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Wherever you guys are, please stay safe, and stay healthy, and just take care of everyone around you and yourself. So thank you so much for watching. See you next time in my next video. Bye.